In tonight's Fox 7 Focus, spring is here. That means it's time to gear up for severe weather season in Central Texas. Fox 7 Austin's Krinjak caught up with Austin's top emergency management official about what people should do to be prepared.
We are here with Austin's Director of Homeland Security and Emergency Management, Ken Snipes. Director Snipes, thanks for being here. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
So we are at the end of March. Spring has sprung. Talk about the importance of people being prepared for severe weather, particularly this time of year.
Well, we want people to pay particular attention to the weather conditions as it relates to flooding. That's the focus for this time of year. It's really important that people understand that they should have a kit at home. They should be prepared to evacuate if necessary, ready to go when told to do so. And we also want to remind people that at low water crossings, not to cross those or not to drive around barricades. And the message there is turn around, don't drown.
And it's really March, April, May that we really see that kind of storm after storm after storm potentially, right?
Right. So historically here in Central Texas and in the Austin area specifically, this time of year tends to produce fickle weather, right? We tend to see lots of rain, or we see hailstorms this time of year. And so those are the things that we want people to be on the lookout for.
We saw all these agencies kind of coming together to really get this message out this week. What is the city doing kind of behind the scenes to make sure all these first responders and all these agencies are prepared?
Well, the public safety professionals are ready to respond if necessary, but what we're asking people to do is not create a situation and not necessarily create a response from our public safety officials. And so we want to remind people, again, to be prepared and not put themselves in harm's way.
Going back to the turn around, don't drown piece, it sounds like a cliche, but it seems year after year we see people that try to drive through water. Sometimes, you know, EMS we've seen has had to respond to people whose cars get swept away. When you approach one of those low water crossings, what do people really need to remember here?
People need to remember that as little as 6 inches of water can sweep cars off of the roadway, and that's why we again encourage people to stay away from those locations and to turn around and not drown.
And obviously people need to know if they're in a floodplain, right? Even before the forecast says, you know, we're going to see a storm, there are steps people can be taking, you know, get an emergency kit together, things like that, right?
Right. Get an emergency kit together. Make sure you have an evacuation plan for yourself and for your family. Make sure you communicate that plan to your family, and make sure that everyone understands what they're going to do if they see those circumstances, so there's no confusion when you really need to implement your plan.
And if people want to learn more just about what they can do to be prepared, where can they go?
To learn more about how to get prepared, go to readycentraltexas.org.
Ken Snipes, Director of Homeland Security and Emergency Management here in Austin. Thanks so much for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you.